Here's your market recap on this Friday, the 27th day of December. Of course, all the feeder cattle auctions around the state close this week in observance of the Christmas holiday. There are a few scattered replacement cow sales around. If anybody's needing to pick up some replacement cows, thinking about expanding perhaps, or if you need a couple of tax write-offs before the end of the year, there are a couple of cow sales around where you can do that this weekend. Tonight, there's a special replacement cow sale at 6 o'clock at the China Livestock Market. They're expecting about 800 head there. We'll get back to feeder cattle auctions next week. Joplin Regional Stockyard is expecting a really big yearling special Monday. They're expecting to have a large run there. Then they'll take off on Wednesday, have a second sale on Thursday. Several other feeder cattle auctions will get back underway and into business starting on Wednesday next week. Taking a look at what happened today, box beef cutout values closed higher. Choice $321.34. That was up $5.49 for the week. Select closed at $292.37. That was up $6.46 for the week. Volume today, 46 loads of cuts, trimmings, and grinds. That Choice Select spreads narrowed down to $28.97 now. Saw a bit of feedlot trade today. Mid-morning things got underway there. Ended up with about 19,000 head as of the 2 o'clock cutoff period. Unsure if any more trade took place after that or not. I suspect a bit did, but probably not a whole lot on this holiday shortened week. Feedlots seemed to win again this week as prices were firm to higher. Iowa reported 4,500 sales, 194 to 196 live, 305 to 308 dressed. Nebraska reported 2,100 head, mostly all at 196 live, dress sales from 307 up to 309. Kansas had 8,400 head reported, 192 to 195, and one load of dress sales at 307. Texas, they reported 2,600 head, 192 to 193. Taking a look at the closing futures markets, on the Mercantile Exchange for the week, live cattle 218 to 397 higher. Lean hogs were a dime to $1.77 lower, except for next July, which was 18 cents higher for the week. Feeder cattle 372 to 577 higher for the week. December live cattle closed at 193.50, February 190.65, January feeder cattle 261.37, March at 260.55, lean hogs for February 84.15, April 89.52. Turning our attention to the grain markets at the elevators around the state this week. Soybeans were 2 to 10 cents higher. Wheat was up 13, corn 8 to 15 higher, and milo 8 cents higher for the week. On Friday, corn bids in the St. Louis region 469 to 470, Kansas City 414 to 456, grain sorghum in St. Louis at 454, Kansas City at 439. Soybean bids in St. Louis 1011 to 1012, Kansas City 925 to 975. Wheat bids in St. Louis 546 to 568, Kansas City at 511. On the Board of Trade, soybeans were 5 to 14 higher for the week. Wheat 13 to 14 cents higher. Corn was 3 to 10 higher for the week. Kansas City wheat 10 to 11 higher, and soybean meal was $6.40 to $9.70 higher. Taking a look at those closes for Friday, March corn 454, May at 461.5. January beans at 980, March closed 989 3/4. March wheat in Chicago 546.5, May at 556 3/4. January bean meal $300.90 a ton. Soybean oil for January $39.52 a hundredweight. With the Missouri Department of Agriculture, that's a recap of your markets for Friday. This is Tony Hancock.